What's up, everyone? It's your boy Zin from ZinsWorld coming at you today to go over a few things on things not to say to your logo designer, your logo creator, your graphic designer. So let's get this started.
Hey, listen!
Alright, guys. So my friend Lynn, she asked me to do this little video for you guys. So you want to make your own logo. You're interested in making your own logo. Awesome. Let me talk to you just for a second. As somebody who's worked as a logo designer and doing graphic design type work in different areas, a lot of what we did was t-shirt stuff. Me and my family run a t-shirt printing business back home, so we would do some Photoshop. We do a lot of Photoshop stuff, and we had people come into us all the time. And so I decided to ask different friends of mine who do graphic design and to kind of touch on some of my own experiences with it, to tell you things not to say to your graphic designer, or not to ask her, just things you might not be aware of, to make the whole process a lot easier. So the first thing, the first category is to know what you want. You know what I mean? Have a vision of what you want. Don't come in and don't ask for hundreds of different versions because you think you'll know it when you see it, and don't expect unlimited revisions. You know, a lot of that has to do with not knowing what you want. You know what you want, or at least have an idea of what you want. Know your target demographic. Know at least what you're looking for. Don't say things like, "You're the expert here. Can't you just use your creative magic?" Or something like that. Or don't just say, "Oh, just do whatever you want. I trust you." No, we appreciate the trust. We appreciate you saying that. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see something that's gonna be maybe completely different what you want. Like I make you a Picasso and you want a Rembrandt. You know what I'm saying? So know what you want, or at least have an idea of what you want, to make the whole thing a lot easier. And that kind of goes with this other one. Don't just say something like, "Can't you just make it pop?" Like, how vague is that? What be more specific. Just make it pop. What exactly? So another thing that you might not realize, don't just say things like, "Oh, can you make that blue a little bluer? Can you make that green a little greener?" When most people think of colors, they think red, yellow, green, blue, purple. When artists, graphic designers, whoever think of colors, you say, "Can you make it greener?" They're thinking, well, do you want it lime green? Do you want it forest green? Do you want it Kelly green? Do you want it, like all the heather, all these different types of green. You want it bluer? Oh, well, do you want it like cyan? Do you want it teal? Do you want it sapphire? Do you want it aquamarine? Do you want it like, oh, pink? Oh, do you want coral? Do you want salmon? Do you want, yellow? Oh, do you want gold? Do you want marigold? Do you want daisy? Do you want like sunflower? Like, this is the thing that we're talking about. Like, so yeah, just take a second and go online and Google like the colors, and then it'll give you an idea of what we're thinking when you say, "Can you make it greener? Can you make it bluer?" What do you want? Sometimes you don't even want the color changed. You just want the shading on it. You want the lighting on it changed. You just want it to be like a lighter, a darker, So, yeah, just be aware of that. Second kind of main grouping area, copyright, copyright, copyright. Don't come in and just say, "Can you do something that looks exactly like this, some other design, some other work?" Or don't come in and just pull a photo off the internet and say, "I just found this image online. Can you do this? Or can you make this? Or can I just use this?" No, 9 times out of 10 you can't. And if it's not a copyrighted image, if it's like a stock photo image, you might be able to use it and edit it to a different creation or whatever. But again, it's going to be a little generic. Because if it's a stock photo, chances are a lot of people have probably, used it or worked off of that. Time issue. Don't just come in and say, "Hey, can I have this done by tomorrow?" Well, maybe the design can take as quick or as long as you, the customer, need it to. So again, that kind of goes with know what you want, but also be realistic in time. Cost. Don't say, oh, I know someone that works for half of that. Can you lower your rate to match or something like that? You know, don't say, oh, I started the design for you, you know, and send it in like Microsoft Word or something, and then be like, oh, I helped you somehow, I want a discount, or even like, you know, just the fact that you sent it to Microsoft Word. That is a big problem itself too. Sending things in Microsoft Word. I can't tell you how many times people have I try to send documents like, so don't do any artwork on Microsoft Word. It says it in its name. It's Microsoft Word. You know, don't use Microsoft Word to make art images. Like, even for text work, you shouldn't even use Microsoft Word. Like, that text work for imaging. Like, Microsoft Word is meant to be a word publishing software. So yeah. And that goes to this reason. Always try to get your file, get a vector version of your file, get it in a JPEG, get it in a PSD, which is a Photoshop document, get it as a PNG, a PDF, anything like that, because there's not gonna be coding issues that way. And another thing, don't say something like, I can't pay you, but you'll get a lot of exposure. Is that okay? No. You know, unless your company is a huge company like Google or something, for example, in which case you would have money to pay anyway. No. Most designers, you know, it's just kind of, it's kind of a slap in the face, almost, you know? Like, imagine, you know, imagine you own a car dealership, and I come in there and I was to say to you, oh, well, you know, if I get the car from you for free, you can put your logo all around the car, and that would be fair, right? Well, no, it wouldn't. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hopefully this helps. Not meant to be negative. Just some things to make you aware of when you are designing your logo, and I hope that helps.